Hey guys. So hopefully yesterday you thought about participating in that seventh grade talent show. Today we're gonna get ready to participate in sort of a seventh grade tradition that we're not gonna be able to do in the classroom the same way we would normally do, but this is gonna be sort of um, the Zoom quarantine version of it. What it is it's an opportunity to um, say some kind things to each other and to hear some people say some kind things about you. If you think about our daily lives, especially like in a middle school environment, it's pretty commonplace, or often we experience people saying like negative things about each other. Most of the time people are joking around or not being serious, but it's still pretty like normal. For, I don't know, if somebody doesn't like your shoes, they go, what are those? Or if you ask a question in class and somebody else thought maybe that was a dumb question or something, like people start laughing at you, right? Like we experience these like negative interactions with people like on a fairly regular basis, and it's not nearly as common for someone to like explicitly and directly say something kind or nice to you. It's, for whatever reason, in human nature, it's not something that we do as often. And so we're going to take an opportunity to actually do that. um, the way it works is everyone writes something nice about someone else in their class, whether that could be maybe something you appreciate about them, like maybe they were nice to you back when we were in class, or they helped you sometimes when you were confused in class, or something like that. Or it could be something like good about them that you've noticed, like something simple like, oh, I always like the way you dress, or I just noticed that you're a nice person. Or it could be something that you miss about them because we've been separated from each other for so long. So we'll write these things about each other, and then we'll actually take turns saying them to each other out loud in front of other people, which could be a very awkward, like kind of weird thing to have to do, because it feels sort of like corny or cheesy to do it, right? But it's a good experience to like open yourself up to being able to, like, it's almost like you're vulnerable a little bit saying something kind to someone else, which is a weird thing when you think about it, because we don't have as much problem um, like joking about someone else or saying something that might be kind of mean. We feel very natural doing that. But then when we have to say something nice or kind or sort of like heartfelt to another person, all of a sudden we feel weird and strange about it, right? Um, but that's the thing that I'm going to ask you to do. And so you actually have to write two of these, one, two. Um, and the reason you have to write two is because what happens sometimes is everybody just writes an appreciation or a kind thing about whoever in their class is like sort of their best friend. Maybe not your best friend, but like the person that you consider your friend in your class. And that's not what I want. Uh, I want people to try to write an appreciation or something kind about someone that might not be expecting to hear that from you. Someone that maybe you only ever talked to or worked with in my class like once or twice, or maybe somebody that you never got a chance to talk to or work with at all, but like you noticed something about them, or maybe even somebody that you had like a negative interaction with at some point, and you're looking to like kind of squash that, or say that like you still appreciate something nice about them even though maybe something negative happened at one point. Um, so the rule is you write two. One can be about like your friend that is probably expecting to hear something nice from you, and the other one has to be someone that is like totally not expecting to get something nice from you. That has to be somebody that like is not one of your friends that you talk to all the time, is not that person that it would be easy for you to write something about. You got to pick somebody you know outside of your little bubble, your circle. Um, they don't have to be super long or anything like that. They could be very simple, like literally one sentence, two sentence, just something nice. And then what we'll do is everyone's going to come to Zoom office hours tomorrow. Today's office hours, I'll be there to help with math in case anybody's still trying to get some makeup work done or whatever. But tomorrow's office hours, I want everybody to come. And everybody, we're just going to take turns. We're going to go quick. Everyone's going to get like 30 seconds to a minute to just say, hey, you know, I wrote this kind of thing about this person. Boom, say it. And also about this person. Boom, say it. All right, and then we move on. There will be sort of participation points attached to this. I feel like I have to put points on it. Otherwise, a lot of people will just choose not to do it. So, like when we're in the Zoom meeting, I'm going to take attendance and assign points for people who came and did this. There'll be extra credit points though. I believe since office hours are optional, I'm not allowed to make it to where like you lose points if you don't come, but you get extra credit points for doing this. With that being said, there's probably a lot of people that aren't going to come. So if you write one for someone that's not there, you can still read it out loud so we can all hear the nice thought that you had about that person, and then you know, we'll move on from there. All right, so yeah, write your 2 short, kind, appreciative statements about people in your math class. Pick someone from your period. So if you're in my 3rd period math class, pick 2 people from my 3rd period math class. If you're in my 5th period math class, pick 2 people from my 5th period math class. We'll all be together though. You'll have people from all my different class periods in the Zoom office hours tomorrow at 10 a.m. Like you will have chosen people to say something kind about from your class period. In case you've never come to Zoom office hours and you don't know how to get there, just the daily announcement that I post each day, where is probably where you found this video. At 10 a.m., I go and edit the announcement and just copy paste the Zoom link onto it. So if you look at it at 9:59, the link will be there. But at 10 is when it appears. All right. All right. So go ahead and get to writing those, and then I'll see you in office hours tomorrow to share them.